Let me get that old grill since you don't need it no more.
I'm only gonna use that for burgers. All right, we are. Let's go live on
You said they are or
Instagram.
you are?
They are. I mean, I have my own grill.
Yeah, but
All
I'm
right,
sure
we're
you
live,
upgrade your
brother.
$100 grill.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, people? Party people. By now, I assume y'all already know. Kendrick album out. None of us expected it. I know y'all hit me in the DMs like, what the? Yes, I'm confused as anybody else. And we rocking with it. It is Saturday Morning Live. There are very important games to be picked for other people other than the SEC because we're the only conference that plays their games when they matter.
Yeah, man. What's up, people?
Producer, I'm back.
Executive producer
Peaceful.
Reezy is sitting on the floor. As you can see, Bluey had to bring the TV in here. We also have the game on Ohio State and Indiana. Thank God that they start late.
Of course, I left my iPad in the living room. No worries, it's fine.
Oh, how'd
My
you do
storage
that?
here. And
So
moving around.
yeah, and Kendrick is out. Kendrick is out. I don't. Do you think this is the album?
I don't know. Not my business. I take the music as the creator provides
That
it,
boy said, "Not
and
my
from there,
business."
I'm not trying to figure. Kendrick is way too mercurial for me to ever try to figure out. I'm not trying to figure you out, bro. You got me. Never in a million years. That's Drake's problem, not mine. With that
I mean,
being
that
said,
is true.
we got to pick these games before they're over here. So we're going to start here in the ACC.
Diabolical.
Wake Forest versus Miami. Miami. Wake Forest, congratulations on doing whatever you did this season. You didn't do too bad, didn't do too good. You'll be back, I assume, next year. Miami's trying to win a national championship. They win this game.
Miami. Wake Forest. I mean, unfortunately, you don't get the choice of sneaking up on Miami. They've been beaten, so they have to be impressive the rest of the way. So with them being impressive the rest of the way, they're gonna mollywop y'all.
Your head. Next up, in the experiment of can I buy my way to an ACC championship, SMU versus Virginia. I think the SMU continues to roll at this point. They're number 13. They're literally standing outside of the club trying to get in. I think by the time it's all said and done, they probably are in the top 12, which is the biggest success. As y'all remember back early last year when we talked about them raising $100 million in 7 days.
100 plus.
You're seeing the return on your investment. Yes. You're seeing the return on your investment immediately, which is what people love. And yeah, take SMU in this game over Virginia, who's a mismanaged team that should have been raising $100 million in their 7 days.
Yep. Again, thank you for joining. If you see my background, look, man, I haven't had a chance to change nothing. This is Kyrie L Studios. This is run by Kyrie L. As she's overlooking my shoulder, making sure that I'm staying in line. So,
hey, Bucko, you put out that content and make it good and concise. How about that? And you keep me entertained the whole time.
Yep. Let me make sure I can get to the next episode.
Yeah.
Get to the next episode
because Reggie is parenting right now. We got SMU in Virginia.
Interestingly enough, Virginia has a decent offense. She just walked out, right? Yeah. Whatever. It is what it is. Don't matter. This is her world. I just live here. Whatever. Told her to sit down. Doesn't matter. No. This is our time.
Reezy slam out the show like, oh, I'm out, fam.
So, hey, y'all. Welcome.
POP, hold it down.
Hey, man, sit down. Thank you. So, yeah, so that's our executive producer making sure that she's checking all of the studio. I'm taking SMU, dog. I'm taking SMU. I expect for them to handle business. They actually have a chance to make the playoff. The 12-team playoff is now interesting because you have a lot of teams that weren't going to be included that are now included. So, yeah, I'm taking SMU here.
Citadel versus Clemson. We assume that Clemson finishes off the troops.
Yeah.
It's fun for you guys, but you're going to get whooped. That gets us to the ACC. Right on to the Big 12, where both of these games matter a ton. BYU versus Arizona. Arizona, who has number one wide receiver, Ted McMillan, who has, I want to say underperformed, but he's still like the leader in a lot of wide receiver stats, even though he hasn't played as well as we thought he was. versus BYU, who tricked it off and lost their first game last week to Kansas, who Colorado will be playing this week. I think the BYU understands the magnitude of their moment and tries to get back into it and hopes for an upset. So I'm taking BYU, and I'm just not betting against them anymore.
Bruh, BYU, both of these games in the Big 12 are trap games. So you got BYU, you got Colorado. They're destined to meet at this point, unless they mess up. And really, you really have a chance if they can win out and put a good showing in the Big 12 championship, like it's a close game, you may still get 2 Big 12 teams in the playoff. You may get an at-large. So this is very important. I'm taking BYU here. I don't know why. They've been living on a prayer. They've been living on a prayer all year. So I'm taking BYU here, but I'm very, very skeptical. Very skeptical. I'm taking Colorado. I believe in Warren Sapp. I believe he's got that defensive line playing out of his mind. What about you?
I'm going to take Colorado this week for the first time in 100 weeks. But with that, I want people to understand what has happened for Kansas really in the last 5 weeks here. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me make sure.
They're on a roll, aren't they?
The right team. Yes. And that's the reason that when you said they're a trap game, I was like, oh, he's done his research. Yep. If my computer would not stop hating here, we will go to the Kansas State football schedule. Oh, and now they want to take me to ESPN Bet. No, you cannot have my money.
Oh, yeah. They're going to filter you now. They took me to FanDuel. Look at them.
Yeah. So they lost to number 16 Kansas State, 29-27 in a nail biter. Then they beat Iowa State 45-36. And remember, Iowa State, they beat Iowa.
Number 5 or something like that. Yeah.
Correct. Then last week they beat BYU, who was undefeated prior, I think, or maybe one loss before that, at 17-13. So this is the trappiest of trap games. This is the TI game if there ever was one, because they're on a little bit of a heater. They've gotten their confidence, and they've continued to eat the cow every time. Every time you think that they're not supposed to win, and the Kansas State game looks like the game that kind of got them together, like, hey, man, we could be better than we thought we were. This is a trap game, but I'm picking you, Colorado. I'm rolling with Dion. Please don't disappoint.
Yeah, I think they still have an outside chance to make the Big 12 championship game. I believe if they were to win out,
they're 3-4 in the conference. They're 4-6.
Oh no, they can't. Well, they can make a bowl game. They can make a bowl game. That's what it is. Okay.
They could. The biggest thing that they could do is ruin Dion's dance party.
Man, because if he gets in, because Dion can get in the playoffs, and then college football, y'all are in for a ride, boy.
Correct. I'm gonna tell you who's praying. I can tell you who's praying for them is your boy Paul Feinbaum. He probably in full Kansas Jayhawks Joel Embiid practice jersey.
Yeah. All the talking heads in the SEC, they don't want them.
Yeah.
Let's go to Big Ten.
What's up, Indiana versus Ohio State. This is the trickiest of trick games because, of course, Ohio State is the resident bully in this conference, and nobody's really ever challenged him. And here come Coach Ciganetti, undefeated. The other part about this is, and the reason that it's very important is, Indiana hasn't beaten a ranked team all season. Undefeated is cool, but you haven't really played anybody either. This is the chance to either open the gap for more people to question you or close the gap until everybody shut the fuck up. And it depends on how you look in this game. I think the Indiana wins if they keep it close. So even if they lose at 7 or less, they're fine. If they get boat race, which Ohio State, I'm sure is going to be doing their best to do. If you get boat raced by 2 touchdowns, it's kind of understood. I think that will probably put you outside of the top 13 now. But top 12, excuse me. I think that will put you at 13 plus. But if you get boat race, you won't even be a talking point anymore. I'm taking Ohio State in this, but I'm begging Indiana to win this.
Indiana wins this, they send the Big 12 into a frenzy. I mean, the Big 10 into a frenzy. Because now Penn State is a 1-loss team, but they lost to Ohio State, who's now a 2-loss team, but they lost to the number 1 and the number 3 team in the nation, or number 5 team in the nation. Like it can get wacky if Indiana wins. And in some other games too that could just make this an all-out scrum. With that being said, I'm taking Ohio State, man. It's hard to bet
Yeah,
against
we
Ohio
definitely
State
gonna do.
against anybody else other than Michigan.
But we're rooting for you, Cincinnati. Do the
We
needle.
are. We are.
Right on to the next one here. Penn State versus Minnesota. Penn State. This
State
is the game you
is what it is.
win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boise
Boise
versus Wyoming.
Genty. Y'all got to make it. Y'all got to make it.
Cowboys go for a ride. Boise in this Potatoes Rock. Here we go to a game already in action. Ole Miss versus Florida. I'm rocking with my boys today, surprisingly.
This is the
Gators.
second game that I said could turn this into a frenzy. What's up, Reezy?
This is the one that gets things shaken. I'm stuck with Billy Napier for at least another season. So at this point, I just want to ruin everybody else's groove. So with that being said, yeah, Gators, and Lagway. Even though I don't think that Lagway should be playing.
I would love for the Gators to send the world into a frenzy off this. I would love for them to have instill the hope of Billy Napier for next year. Billy Rick is what I call him. Mark Napier, whatever you want to call him.
Billy Rick. Billy Rick.
I would love for Florida to win, but I'm gonna take Ole Miss here. I think Ole Miss is on a roll, and they need to win the SEC championship. They need to go ahead, or at least get into it. They can't have a third loss outside of the SEC championship game. So I'm going.
All right, next game they could send things into a tizzy of sorts. Kentucky versus Texas. Texas rolls Kentucky, but let's all remember Kentucky has shown flashes. Very scary team. This is a trap game for sure. But Texas gets it done. They show up and they understand.
This game right here, Texas. You better. I'm picking y'all. You better handle business early. The longer you let a Kentucky team stay in the game, you end up with a 13-12 game on a fourth down stop like Georgia, or they end up beating who they beat last year, Alabama. Like they end up beating somebody last. Like and it's the end of the season. They got nothing else to play for.
Their season is over. All they can do is ruin yours.
And they gonna do it. I'm not picking them, but I think Texas.
In this, right?
Yeah, I'm taking Texas.
Bama versus Oklahoma, very similar situation here.
They gonna roll.
Bama trying to stay in there. Oklahoma, I don't think is good enough to do it, but they owe somebody something for the night. They owe somebody something, and I told them that they should have never hired Venables. Now, I was also wrong about your boy Link in USC. I think that's a little bit of a tougher situation now in NIL. But Oklahoma, you should have never took Venables. I think the Bama rolls. We're going to have to talk about Jalen Milroe in the future, and it's a conversation to be had.
Bama rolls. Oklahoma's they're playing like a terrible quarterback, and they pettily, I want Bama to roll them because they was talking trash about Georgia. And I was like, how y'all gonna talk trash about Georgia? Y'all? But we're a blue blood. Y'all just, and I'm like, okay, well, cool. So Oklahoma's gonna get rolled. I would now Bama, same thing now. Don't let this game stay close.
Yep.
Oklahoma Venables still could coach defense. They may not be like they're middle of the pack, and that's bad for him. So y'all better make sure y'all get it right. Vandy LSU, surprisingly. Ooh, Vandy LSU.
Yes, Vanderbilt versus LSU. I think both of these teams are surprisingly 6-4 and 3-3. This is, but one of these teams is 6-4 and is a positive. One of these teams is 6-4 and you might be on coach watch. LSU, you better win this game. Let me tell you,
both sides of the coin, dog.
I think that this is in Baton Rouge. With that being said, that means you have the home field advantage against the Nerds. Do not let the Nerds win this game. If Vandy wins this game, this is one of their best seasons, I would assume, I think probably since James Franklin. And on top of that, that definitely gets Brian Kelly fired. As much as I thought that Brian Kelly was going to do better this year, this is the one that gets it done. I'm picking LSU because I don't think that Brian Kelly wants to get sent home today. He gets sent home today if he loses today.
He can't lose because if you would have landed Bryce Underwood and kept all of those players,
Oh, he
kept
can't
all of
take
those
another L this
players,
week.
you would have
You're right.
there would have been hope. What's going on? There would have been hope, Shawty. So now that there's no hope, you gotta win out to be able to get to the point of regroup. Like you got to be able to get to the point that you're regrouping. So I'm picking LSU here. Go ahead.
You're trying to get to the Billy Napier phase in your life. You're just trying to get to where you can hold on.
Give me false hope. You trying to instill false hope at this point because right now they done lost it all. Who did I pick? I said LSU. I don't know if you heard me.
Yeah, LSU. Hampton versus Albany. Of course, we walking with the Pirates. We really
Pirates.
Right around 500. Go Pirates, go Pirates, go Pirates. Elon versus A&T. We picking A&T, but we know Elon going to stomp them out because A&T is a terrible football team.
Yeah, it's going to be ugly.
North Carolina Central versus Del State. North Carolina Central, y'all.
60 ball.
They're going to whoop Del State. Yeah.
Hey, run try to kill y'all. It's basketball season in Delaware.
Try to get your stats. Yeah. Bucket season. Howard versus Morgan. Actually a very balanced and even game between two really decent MEAC teams. Shout out to South Carolina State coming in and kind of taking that trap over. I'm taking Morgan in this. Y'all knew I would never take Howard.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I was about to say Morgan is the same.
And especially these teams being pretty balanced, I'm definitely taking Morgan and not taking Howard. They can go to hell. Norfolk State versus South Carolina State. Norfolk State and their quarterback controversy versus South Carolina State, which is a moving machine. Chinnisberry rolls. He's putting on a masterclass in a first season head coach in the MEAC. South Carolina State, South Carolina State, South Carolina State, South
North Carolina State. It may behoove you to allow Chinnisberry to beat y'all 100-0 so that another school comes and takes him out of the MEAC. Because as long as he stays there, it's going to be a long season every season while he's in Orangeburg. Y'all better just go ahead and sacrifice. That's all you can do because you're going to get beat either way. Go ahead and sacrifice. Young men, you got to have a talk before the game. Look, we're going to go out here and play our ass off. But once it get to be about 35-0, then listen, we just going to wishbone this out. Shut in. South Carolina State.
We're going to move right. We're going to move right to the SWAC here. Alabama A&M versus Mississippi Valley State. This is after Mississippi Valley State unceremoniously whooped FAMU's ass, and by whoop the ass, they beat him in their Mississippi Valley State. Your luck ends today. This is senior day. Alabama A&M wins this game, but value for last week. Congratulations.
Yep. Interesting game here. Alabama State and PV. Alabama State was in the conversation for SWAC East, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and then they ended up because there was them, FAMU, and Jackson. And Jackson, of course, eliminated everybody. So they're in line for a letdown while PV is trying to build towards next year because they've had a disappointing season.
State wins.
I got Alabama State winning. Yes, ma'am. Next one. My bad.
Yeah. Hurry up. Get it going, Pops. And while Reggie continues to parent, I will move us right on to a very, very interesting game here of TSU versus Arkansas Pine Bluff. I think these are actually two extremely balanced teams. This is one where I'm probably just going to pick the home team because leaving Houston and going to Pine Bluff ain't the most fun trip. I'm taking Pine Bluff in this one.
I'm taking TSU. I got TSU in this one. I think TSU ends on. No, I'm lying. I like Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff.
Okay.
That offense is going to be scary next year. If they can keep all their players and keep them out the portal, it's going to be a scary season for y'all. I got Pine Bluff.
I'm right back with Jackson versus Alcorn. Alcorn, very good football team, decent season. TC and Jackson, just a much better product there. Jackson State rolls.
Yeah.
FAMU,
and
then finally FAMU. FAMU. Hey, Cookman, they finna do y'all so bad. They finna do y'all bad for them and lose the Mississippi Valley State. You know what type of practice?
Indiana.
Let's go Hoosiers. But yeah, FAMU. I know what a rough week of practice looks like, especially losing to the worst. I don't know about that. Let me tell you that. I've never lost a worst team in the conference.
You see it, AJ. You see it, AJ.
I can imagine that that's bad and terrible. We're gonna move right on to the NFL here. Minnesota versus the Chicago Bears. The Bears are in disarray. Minnesota is going to get Scam Darnold paid, and whoever pays for them is going to regret it immediately. But Minnesota rolls. Bears don't have enough. They're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, Minnesota's gonna make Matt Eberflus seat even warmer. They already fired everybody. And the GM gonna have to make it. If you like the GM, what is his name? Ryan Poles. I like the GM.
Ryan Poles.
You are. I mean, there's only so many other options you get. But let's move on.
And you better see if you can copy and paste Joe Alt somewhere.
I got 30 minutes.
Lions Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Lions are the best team in the NFL, and this is
Anthony Richardson.
This is rough. At least
learn how to slide.
There's no Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
There's no Aiden Hutchinson. That's the best case scenario for him.
Now, this could be Anthony Richardson's breakout game, though. This is the Mike Vick versus Minnesota game. If he could, like...
Reggie. Hell no, Reggie. We're not going to do that.
All right, I got Lions.
Best built team in the NFL here. I love Anthony Richardson. I'm not going to sell no dreams here. Patriots versus Dolphins. Do y'all care who wins?
No, let's go to the next one.
Anywhere. Bucks versus Giants. The Bucks are going to win, but nobody cares because the Giants don't matter either. Cowboys versus Commanders. Cowboys have rush at quarterback.
And Trey Lance as the backup.
Yeah. Which is stupid, and we'll talk about that on Monday. But if you have Trey Lance, you should at least see what you can get out of him or see what you can sell him for. That's a different conversation for a different day.
No, it's not. Chiefs I don't believe so. You lose out of Cooper Rush, then you ain't showing something at practice. Something ain't. So they done seen something.
Nah, Cooper Rush is their guy. He's been there the longest. Mm-hmm. I can understand how, but I don't get that. Chiefs versus Panthers. Let's be real here. Mahomes and the Panthers. If you don't know who to pick, then get off my live. Titans versus Texans. CJ Stroud get it together, and they playing at home.
Although that defensive line for Tennessee, man, they get an offense because that dude Sweat is a steal.
You need a quarterback.
Denver.
You need a quarterback.
Rookie of the Year candidate that we made look like Rookie of the Year. Bo Nix, fresh off an ass kicking of the Falcons. Broncos roll the Raiders.
Yeah.
49ers
versus Packers. 49ers, Packers. No Brock Purdy. Toast.
No Christian McCaffrey probably going to IR. Everybody's hurt. Yeah, Packers. Cardinals Seahawks. Who you got here?
Oh, until proven otherwise, I'm with my man Gino. Seahawks. I don't believe in the Cardinals. Kyler's not a better quarterback than Gino. I'm taking the Seahawks. Now, the Seahawks are unpredictable for sure, but I'm rocking with the Seahawks way more than the Cardinals.
Yeah. I don't think the Cardinals have enough defense. That's my answer.
Neither. Seahawks, and then Eagles versus Rams. Eagles.
Go ahead.
Now, Eagles, y'all can be had because the Rams are slowly piecing those guys together that McVay is really good with. Puka is back. I think that Cooper is back. Matt Stafford just went for like 400 last week. Eagles, y'all are the better team at almost every position. But the Rams just old and broken. But y'all better not lose this game because y'all gonna end up just like y'all lose to the Rams like lose to the Falcons.
The Rams. I mean the Rams are getting healthy. I mean they can challenge, but the Rams' strength is also the Eagles' defensive strength. These two young rookie corners. Yes. I'm podcasting. I'll be right back, okay? Mm-hmm. These two young corners from Philadelphia have changed everything, and they are learning the communication of the defense. They put in the Kobe Dean. He's back, and I didn't think he made that big of I didn't think he made that big of a impact until he came back. They look like everybody's lined up correctly. Jalen Carter is doing Jalen Carter things now. It's like he made everybody comfortable. They look unstoppable, and they're top 5 in offense and defense. Now Devontae Smith is hurt. He's out. So They don't really, but if they can keep going to the tight end like they've been going, it could be a problem. I'm going Eagles here. I'm not gonna talk myself into going with the Rams. I'm not gonna do it.
Ravens versus Chargers. Lamar, y'all got to do this. You just got to get it done. Can't lose this one, for sure.
Where is it? In LA.
That should also mean it should be a home game for you. Chargers home games are away team home games as well. So you should have everything minus having to actually play in cold as Baltimore.
Dog, but let me tell you, dog, the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh got them out there playing fierce, playing real. They playing Big Ten football. They are running you over. J.K. Dobbins has all the motivation in the world because they let him go after he got hurt. Lad McConkey is the Ravens defensive secondary is not good outside of Kyle Hamilton.
Hey,
yes.
If y'all lose, let me tell y'all, I'm gonna come right on this pod and set y'all up. Oh, we will be on this pod and set your ass up. You the MVP, and you got Derrick Henry, and you chose to do what you did with offense.
Now, Ty Monken,
but W's.
You can't have Derrick Henry run the ball 14 times. He needs to run the ball 1,000 times. But yeah, that's really I'm picking the Chargers. I'm doing it. I'm picking the Chargers. I talked myself into it. I'm picking the Chargers. I don't want to pick against Lamar, but I'm picking the Chargers because they still got Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa.
12 pack. We ain't bet nothing. This is the one.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm picking the Chargers. I'm doing it. Oh, y'all, I'm nervous because I don't believe it. I haven't studied the Chargers, and I believe in Lamar. But I think the Chargers are a better team, a better total team. I think the Ravens have the better offense, but I think the Chargers are a better total team right now. Is that a hot take?
No. Whatever you pick in that game is right. I'm just going with the MVP. But you're not wrong. Herbert is a very capable quarterback. You got Harbaugh.
What is she doing?
And I'm more picking the Ravens to kind of be facetious. Y'all better win. That's where they're stuck.
I didn't know she knew how to use the television. And it's working. Now she's turned on the mouse. And what is happening? Do y'all see this in the background?
Yeah, Reese.
Do y'all see this?
Get them right, Reese, yes. Get them right, Reese. Get them right, Reese. Get them right. Turn the TV on. Turn all the
She already didn't know how to turn my lights different colors. She didn't turn them purple in here.
Them ain't your lights. That's where you got it messed up. None of that in there is yours. That's a playroom disguised as a man cave.
Man.
Dad.
Might get relegated to the basement.
How to run this. Yeah.
Soon. But ladies and gentlemen, I know we kind of sped through this, but yeah, we got other stuff we got to do. So y'all stay tuned. See y'all on Monday.
Big announcements coming next year. Bow. New addition to the show.
Yeah, another executive producer on the way. So y'all stay tuned. We'll see y'all Monday. See y'all Monday. I may do some reactions because right now Indiana is up 7-0, and
let's go Hoosiers. Hey, everybody, where y'all at? Stay where y'all at. We need the Juju to stay Jude and Jude.
Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe. See us, go like our videos, go share our videos. You know, we're growing. We appreciate it. Other than that, man, peace. We love y'all. We out of here.